Actually, it was my father. He decided to make a hang gliding course when I was 14, and I went with him to the course just to see. And when he got there, he got too scared, so he gave up. But then he planted a seed on me. I was really amazed with the sport. And then my cousin Rodrigo Monteiro and Olympio Faisal as well, a friend of mine, they were flying already, and they invited me to start flying as well. They put pressure on me. Actually, I had no choice, so I had to do it. And my first swing was Harmony Airwave from Airwave, and it was quite fun, but I don't remember. So I would say that what I liked the most from that glider was the color, you know. I actually tried to start paragliding when I was 16 years old, and then I crashed. I crashed in a city place called Andradas. I had 6 months of experience, and I just crashed myself into the mountain. I can't blame the sport. It was completely my fault. And then I was so traumatized until 2003. 2003, my cousin again, you know, in another wave of pressure, he said, "Hey man, you gotta come back. You know, the sport is quite safer now, and just have a try." I broke my pelvis, I broke my arm, and I broke my foot. And this was a big mistake I committed, and so my morale and my self-esteem was really low to fly again, you know. But then I just decided to face it, to face this challenge, and everything worked out, you know. I'm here, I survived. And then I decided to change my posture. I was more conservative, I was more into flying in a safe way, not exposing myself to stupid risks. And because of that, I think I accumulated hours and hours and hours of you know, experience in easier gliders. I spent like 2 years with a DHV1, so just focusing on training, you know, and then DHV2, and then 2 DHV3, you know, and then I got my first competition glider. So after 5 years, and for me it was quite experience, because I thought I would never fly a competition glider, and after training a lot and competing in the nationals, and even my first PWC was with a serial glider, I just managed to understand how a competition glider works, and then I made this jump. The wings that I've flown was a Airwave Harmony, and then an Exact from Nova. This was back in 1999, and then in 2003 I started with my Exact again, but then I changed to a Vibe from Ozone, and then from the Vibe I got a Sigma 6, and then an Omega 6, and then a Boom Sport, and then the Tracers, the generation of Tracers. I was flying for Sol for 2 years, and now I'm flying a Boom 10, you know. Yeah, of course that flight was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I can describe, you know, many moments of the flight, how I managed to get alone into Tabosa, which is 120 km of flight, and then I catch up with Frankie and Cecile. This was quite amazing. And after that, we flown together the whole time. This was quite amazing. Another highlight from the flight was that, you know, curly, silver, shining river, you know. Sunset, it was about 5 o'clock. We were doing the final glide for the record, and we already broke the barrier of 423 with thermal, and we were just doing the final glide, so this was quite amazing. But if I had to point out one thing from it, it's not any views, not any concrete thing, you know. It's the friendship. It's how we managed to become one, you know. I think when you actually put together friendship with commitment, I think things works quite stronger, you know. And we were a kind of flying organism, you know. We were flying for the group. I'm using an XR6 from Wood Valley. I'm using a Boom 10. and that's it. You know, my technology are the clouds. You know, my instruments are my eyes. You know, I'm not a technical pilot. You know, I'm instinct, pure instinct and pure racing. You know, sometimes I don't have even strategy. You know, I just I just go. So that's why I'm not so consistent like Frankie. You know, like the top guys. But one day maybe. I use a lucky jacket. When I learned sailplane, I earned a jacket from my teacher. So I keep this as my, you know, my talisman, you know, my my lucky gear. So I fly with it.
Shades or sky goggles?
Shades.
Why?
Goggles are for snowboarding.
Shorts and t-shirt or flying suit?
Shorts and t-shirts.
Havaianas or flying boots?
Havaianas for sure.